Welcome to episode 456, Marc Benioff, the King of Cloud. This is an outline of episode 456. There are two reasons we study Marc Benioff. First, he's a pioneer of software as a service subscription model and the king of the cloud. Second, he worked 13 years in Oracle and started his company Salesforce.com at the age of 35. Let us meet Marc Benioff.
It's not what Marc did, it's when he did it. 1999, you're in a rented apartment or something, starting this idea that software is superfluous. How desperate were you in 1999?
Oh, we were pretty desperate. We had three guys in an apartment in San Francisco with an idea that software was going to transform and move into something that we now call the cloud.
Yeah.
And it's all come to pass and it's still happening, actually. Salesforce is still the fastest growing software company of all time. So it's...
He was born in San Francisco in 1964 to wealthy Jewish parents. His father owns a chain of retail stores. He was a math and programming wizard in high school. He started his own company, Liberty Software, programming on an Atari. He was 15 years old. In 1986, at the age of 22, he graduated from University of Southern California with a degree in business administration. He joined Oracle, and Larry Ellison became his boss and mentor.
Marc Benioff worked for Oracle for 13 years, starting right after college. At 26, he was promoted to the position of vice president and was the youngest person to ever have that role at the company.
The spiritual awakening after a visit to India at the age of 35.
About a decade went by after my graduation, and I'll tell you, life goes fast. And 10 years went by, and you know, it's kind of funny. People are always overestimating what you can do in a year and underestimating what happens in a decade. And a decade went by, and all of a sudden, I kind of felt a little bit weird. I felt kind of unmotivated, unenergized, not very excited, not very inspired. I was kind of in a bad mood, kind of grumpy, a little bit pissed off. And I went in and I talked to my boss, Larry Ellison, is the CEO of Oracle, and I said, I'm not feeling that great. I think I need to take some time off. He said, go for it. Good idea. Very supportive. So there I was, kind of a lost 30-something. And I did what all lost 30-somethings do. I went to India.
Then, at the age of 35, he left to start Salesforce, but there were no hard feelings. In fact, Oracle co-founder and former CEO Larry Ellison was one of the early investors in the company.
This is a picture of 3 of the 4 co-founders of Salesforce.com.
And when I started my company, Salesforce.com, in 1999, I decided to do 3 things. 1, a radically new technology model called cloud computing. 2, a radically new business model, which was subscription services for software. And 3, a radically new philanthropy model, where that day we started the company, we put 1% of our equity, 1% of our profit, and 1% of all of our employees' time into a 501c3 public charity. It was very easy. We had no products. We had no equity. We had no people. It was an easy decision.
And here's Marc Benioff's most famous slogan, the end of software. Salesforce went IPO in 2004, and the stock price of Salesforce went up 10 times in its first decade. Salesforce has been voted the best company to work for in Silicon Valley, and the most innovative company by Fortune magazines many times. Marc Benioff even wrote a book, Behind the Cloud, detailing his strategy and success. Behind his success is a Stakeholder Theory by Professor Freeman.
Stakeholder theory is an idea about how business really works. It says that for any business to be successful, it has to create value for customers, suppliers, employees, communities, and financiers, shareholders, banks, and others, the people with the money. It says that you can't look at any one of those stakes, or stakeholders if you like, in isolation. Their interest has to go together.
In 2018, Marc Benioff built Salesforce Tower, the tallest building in San Francisco, for a cost of more than $1 billion.
Building a super tall skyscraper in one of the most seismically active regions of North America is not easy. And Mission Street in San Francisco's South of Market district is the city's tallest structure, the 326-meter, 1,070-foot Salesforce Tower.
Now he is a billion-dollar landlord. What have I learned today? Two things. First, Marc Benioff is the king of cloud, and Salesforce.com is one of the most successful software as a service company. Second, the cloud and digital transformation age has just begun, and there are still plenty of legacy softwares and applications. For watching, please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. My next video will be Marc Benioff, 9 lessons. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.